5:04 in the afternoon. This is Scott and BR on the Mighty 1090. We are the home of Aztecs football and basketball, our new partnership with San Diego State. And Billy Ray, on Mondays, we will welcome Coach Rocky Long to the show. And we'll talk about what the game was and how they did, and it's going to be an interesting season.
Moving on from there, absolutely.
I like it. Now, this first game coming up is this Saturday. It's hard to believe, but the summer flew by so fast. Here comes college football. I haven't even looked at the schedule to see who's playing this weekend, but I do know that San Diego State is playing Eastern Illinois.
That's right.
Saturday at Qualcomm Stadium, and then it's the Sky Show. So, here we go. Head coach of the San Diego State Aztecs, Rocky Long, to which I say, all right, Rocco.
What's up, Coach?
Hi, guys. How are you today?
Coach,
doing great.
Doing really good. Yourself?
I'm doing just fine right now. I'm a little nervous, but I'm doing okay.
What's making you nervous, Coach?
Well, it's first game jitters, I guess. You know, they're a lot better than people know they are, and they're going to give us some problems with hurry up. They try to run a play every 13 seconds and that sort of thing. So it's a good test early on, and we're going to play some other no-huddle teams along the way, so hopefully we can handle it well.
Coach, Eastern Illinois, people will hear you say that, and they'll go, okay, come on, Coach, really? And I get it that maybe San Diego State isn't Alabama, but, you know, this is a game that people say you schedule them because you're supposed to get a tune-up before you get going with the real guys. Where's Eastern Illinois from? Like, what conference do they come from? What division do they play in? You got to tell us a little bit about these guys.
Well, they're 1AA, and last year they won their conference championship by, I think their final league record was 6-1. They went to the playoffs, got beat in the first round of the playoffs, which it's the first time they've been to the playoffs. The brand new coach, Dino Babers, he's from San Diego. He was a first-time coach last year, and they'd had 3 losing seasons up until when he got there. He came from Baylor. He put in the Baylor offense last year, and they got better and better and better as the season went along. They've got a quarterback coming back that threw for over 3,000 yards, one receiver that caught 160-some passes for several thousand yards, and both those guys were first-team All-American in their division, and I think it's a homecoming for about 4 of their coaches on the staff that are either from here or coached here.
And so the big question is getting to the quarterback and shutting down their passing game.
Well, you got to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to play good enough coverage to give you a chance to get there, too, because they try to get it out quick, and they go without huddle. They line up and run the same play over and over again as long as it works for 4 or 5 times in a row, and they try to get, they averaged over 100 plays a game last year. So it's people that have watched Baylor on TV, it's exactly the same offense.
Wow, 5:07 in the afternoon. Rocky Long from San Diego State is on. Scott and BR on the Mighty 1090. You know, it's interesting that you're talking about this because I was watching ESPN and they were having this discussion about player safety. And I think it was Steve Spurrier, and I'm trying to remember what other coach was complaining about these offenses that do exactly what you're talking about, how you can't get guys in and out and get them off the field, and it's just dangerous for defensive players. You buy any of that?
Well, the other one that was saying that was Saban.
Yes, that's right. It was Nick Saban.
Nick Saban was saying that, too. You know, because Nick Saban's a defensive-minded head coach, and we would love everybody to get into a huddle. I mean, I'd like them to spend 30 seconds in there, 40 seconds in there, however long they want to spend in that huddle. But I think there's some validity to that if the officials don't do their job. And there's always a chance when you watch film, some of them do it, some of them don't. If the offense substitutes a player, the officials are supposed to hold play for 3 seconds, look at your sidelines, and if you start to substitute someone, they're supposed to make them wait for you. If you don't substitute anybody, they're supposed to be, you know, they'll blow the whistle and it's time to go after 3 seconds. Now, the college game, the NFL does a really good job of that. The college game, they don't do a very good job of that. And if you don't have somebody coming in right away, they let them go ahead and snap the play, and you're trying to substitute, and then you get a penalty. So a lot of coaches won't substitute anybody. So a lot of that is based on how good the officials are of giving you a chance to substitute.
And I would imagine, Rocky, that it's a good thing to go ahead and experience this going against one of those quick attack offenses just because you know you're going to see it later in the season.
Yeah, we're probably going to see it 3 or 4 times,
right.
and we're going to school up the officials beforehand, and I hope they do it like the NFL does it, because then we have guys scheduled. We have our own scheduled substitution. As soon as they see the official put up his arms, they're going to go out there, and we'll probably get a couple penalties, but we're going to make those guys give us a chance to substitute players.
All right, San Diego State versus Eastern Illinois this Saturday at Qualcomm Stadium as the Aztecs kick off the season. And big fireworks show, the Sky Show, is going to be Saturday night after the game. Hey, Coach, I was telling Billy Ray, I love the TV commercial with you and the two young men in it. My suggestion is we've got to put on the screen their names and their stats and their accolades. You know, like the one
Introduce them.
Right,
Yeah.
the one kid, Muema, the running back.
Yeah, Adam Wema.
Yeah, I mean, he had a huge year last year, like almost 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns. I mean, that guy, we got to put his name on the screen so everybody gets to know his name, I think.
Oh, I think that's a great suggestion. They didn't ask any of us. They just told us what to do, and I'm not real comfortable doing that stuff anyway, so I was doing whatever they told me to do so we could get the heck out of there.
Yeah, but you know what? The commercial is really good.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was just the players, it'd be a lot better.
Well, the kid Muema, the running back, where's he from?
He's from Glendora.
Okay. And then the other guy, the linebacker's from Oceanside, right? Is his name Jake Feely?
Jake Feely,
right.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And see, to me, you got to advertise that these are guys from here, from Southern California. And
keep these guys at home.
Because I was telling Billy Ray, here's my kids watching. They see that commercial. And my son and daughters are like, hey, let's go to the Aztec game. That looks like fun. I mean, the commercial is that good.
I'm glad to hear that, and I'm with you. I mean, they should have had their names flashed underneath them or something.
All right, good. We're all on the same page here now.
Yeah, but they don't ask us.
Well, they ought to at least
They really should. That's rude.
They should send it out, and they should go, what do you guys think? Any final thoughts before we actually go to production with this thing?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
All right. How's Adam Dingwell doing?
He's doing good. I mean, he seems to be improving every day, and he threw 3 long touchdown passes in last Saturday's scrimmage, and we're throwing it deep a little bit more, and I think we got some speed at wide receiver, and the quarterback's a very, very important guy for your success.
How's the training room report, Coach? I mean, you got any guys nicked up?
We have a guy.
They're not going to be knocked up, Billy Ray.
No, I know
no, those guys are going to be nicked up.
I said nicked up.
Okay, all right.
We got a couple guys that got bumps and bruises, but we've been really, really lucky. We only lost one kid, Scott Graves, ruptured a bicep tendon, and he's out for the year. But everybody else is healthy enough to play right now, and we're getting some guys back that had some pulls and strains, so we've been really lucky that way.
All right, San Diego State head football coach Rocky Long on Scott and BR on the Mighty 1090. San Diego State versus Eastern Illinois this Saturday, 5 o'clock is kickoff at Qualcomm Stadium. All right, Coach, so expectations for the season now that you've gone through training camp and you see what you've got on this team?
Well, you know how that is. I mean, a coach is never happy. I think my expectations for a great year were really good about 3 weeks ago. And then all of a sudden, we've been practicing for 3 weeks, and you dissect. I just got done watching some film, and you're dissecting everything on the film, and you can find every mistake and every little thing you do wrong, and then you get nervous. So I think we're going to have a good team. We got experienced players. I think we're very, very physical. I think they're tough kids that play hard, and usually if you got experienced, pretty good players, and they play hard, you win.
You sit down with the team, Coach. I mean, maybe it's the first practice of training camp. You say, here are our goals. Do you do that?
We do that, but we're very, very simple here. We have one goal, and that's to win.
That's it. It's not conference championship or...
No, I mean, if you win the conference championship. We're very simple-minded. It must be me. We're very simple, single-minded, because everybody says, well, what are your goals? How many yards you want to gain rushing? How many yards you want? How many points you want to hold them to? How many points you want to score? Because people have charts in their locker rooms with all those things. And my experience with that is you put those charts up, and you'll see all the things that you accomplish chart-wise, and then lose the game. What good's all that?
Right. So keep it simple. Win.
Yeah, that's it.
I like it.
Whether it's Eastern Illinois or Ohio State, Oregon State, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who we play. Honestly, it's about us. If we play well, we're talented enough to beat anybody on that schedule.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Coach Rocky Long. Hey, Coach, we'll talk next Monday. Have a great week of practice. Enjoy that game on Saturday evening, and we'll be looking forward to talking about getting ready to go to Ohio State.
I appreciate it, guys. Always fun talking to you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
appreciate that.
Bye.
Love the commercial. Coach Rocky Long, big fan of that commercial. Big fan.